Through a combination of bad luck, bad timing, coincidence and just bad planning on my part, I've got two cars with MOTs running out in the same week, the Mini and the Tomcat. Now, which of these is going to ace the test with no problem whatsoever, and which is going to cause me a lot of hassle and expense? Is it going to be the low production numbers, lots of money spent, you know, rare and cherished Mini, or is it going to be the no expense spent, butt of every joke Rover R8 Tomcat? Let's wait and see, but first, give them a quick once over to make sure nothing's going to surprise me on the test. If you don't use the car all the time, it's really easy to forget or neglect the fact that a light has gone or something isn't quite right. So I'm going to give all the lights a quick once over, make sure no bulbs have gone, check the horns. Obviously my car's tyres are going to be good, I never drive on bad tyres. And then give them a quick oil change just so it's got a fighting chance on the emissions test. Here we go. That works. I had to have this whole steering wheel fitted at the last MOT, not because the other one was broken, but because it was tatty and because the horn was held in with tape. So now, that works too. And this car has got two interesting little problems to fix. First of all, the airbag light decided to come on the other day and I have no idea why. I tried a simple fix, just try disconnect the battery, reset it by turning it off and on again, and you can't open that door from outside anymore. I've got a repair part which might fix it. If this works, it'll be the simplest fix I've ever done on a car. Apart from those times I've just left the car in the garage and it kind of fixed itself. That was close to working. Yeah. Note to self, don't do that again. That was really close. Let's see if that worked. I'm guessing that's a no. No, that was a no. That needs to be plugged into a diagnostic in that case then. Bother. Don't close. Don't close. Might fix that as well while I'm at it. That's a new one. The door won't open with the window down. Well, that's interesting. I mean, something's broken inside there. Okay, let's get this apart and find out. No, it's just wedged. There we go, that's a lot. Whoops. Well, that explains the window problems and also why this latch doesn't work. Because this isn't bolted in for some reason. How mad is that? Let's see if this now fixes my non-fully opening window problem. Oh, that's a bonus. Didn't expect to fix that today. And oh. Okay, it doesn't quite work. Maybe I need a new one of those. It kind of works. I think that this has broken inside the door, and this is what the cable from the exterior door handle hooks into up there, through there, and that pulls up and releases the latch when you pull the door handle. So I've got to somehow get inside there and figure out how to attach it. Door handle, let's see what happens. Oh, pull through the top and pull the inside door handle. That moves. So I guess that means the handle itself is broken. Well, it passed! The only surprise it threw up was the reversing light wasn't working. Now on a car of this age, it's not a strictly legal requirement to have that reversing light active, but it's a safety thing, it's useful to have, as I park in a dark garage quite a lot. So we did do that, paid to fix that. Trevor, the car wizard, my car wizard, not Amy's car wizard obviously, got that fixed. fixed. It's not a big deal if you take the battery and the fuse box out. The ABS light was an easy fix. It was just a bad connection on one of the chairs. So that was just a little wobble of the wires and we're away. And it's not been back on since. And finally, the door handle. This was the tricky one. It was the door handle, the exterior handle. The metal casting had broken away from the cable that works on the mechanism. So we had to order one from Mini. Only cost £40 for a new part, which isn't too bad at all really. I'd already stripped the door apart, so it didn't take too much of Trevor's time to do it. But that was really a time constraint, as the car had to be MOT because it run out of MOT and it had to go over to the garage to be tested. But now that works again. Ultimately this has cost me slightly more than I'd hoped for an MOT. 40 or 50 quid normally for an MOT on its own. This has come in a little bit more than after the ABS light, the door handle and the reversal light. But it's all good, everything is running fine now. So yeah, that's one down, one to go. Let's just hope the Rover doesn't block the copybook. There's the oil filter we're going to take off. There on the back of the sump is the oil drain plug. This is a 19mm socket on this car. And hopefully it will just undo easily. Hooray! Even though there's a catch can there, it will miss. Yuck. Yeah. This is a really handy tool. It just grips as you turn the ratchet and then the thing just unscrews. How good is that? And now it's finger tight. Oh god, I shouldn't have done this so soon. Now that's finished emptying, we can unscrew the now finger tight oil filter, which will drip some more. Very slippery. Ooh, a lot of oil in there. Just wind the new filter on. Only needs to be finger tight. It's not. Don't go crazy on it. The sump plug doesn't need to be ridiculously tight either. That's a smidge over, but this car burns oil, so that's probably okay. Fog lights, tail lights, indicators. Yep, all looking good. Tyres are fantastic on this thing still. Mirrors, repeater. This car has thrown out some real doozies of surprises on the way to its MOT in the past. The first time I did it, it had a fake knockoff cherry bomb loud rude boy exhaust fitted to it, and it surprised all of us, including the MOT tester. We didn't get any gas out of the tailpipe. It turned out the middle box had rotted out completely and no exhaust was actually making it all the way to the back of the car. So I had to buy an exhaust the first time I MOT'd it. A year after that, the handbrake mechanism was completely knackered, so I wound up having to put not only new brake calipers, but new brake caliper carriers and handbrake cables on the car, which was expensive. And then last year, it had ridiculous emissions. It was running really, really rich. This car is just ever so slightly too old to have an OBD port. It's got this unique Rover 3-pin plug, and the fast fit MOT place I'd taken it to around the corner couldn't do anything with it. They changed all the sensors they could think of. I even suggested a couple to change. Anyway, about £200 later, it still wasn't working. So I took it to my car wizard. I know Hoovie's got the car wizard, but my car wizard is the real car wizard. He even looks like a wizard, so I've got better claim to that than he has. And he took a look at it, and 5 seconds later, he'd identified the temperature sensor, which was kaput, and fixed it. And the car ran beautifully, sailed its MOT, and that's been a trouble-free year ever since. Now, this year I've been using the car fairly regularly. I'm not aware of any problems. Fingers crossed. It's not going to cost me an absolute ton of cash, but I'll find out very shortly. Well, that was a brilliant outcome, way better than I expected for this car, because it just sailed through the MOT without anything wrong at all, not one advisory. And I think he put oil leak on the engine because the guy always does to cover himself for some reason. So I am absolutely over the moon, because I was expecting the worst, but no, nothing. I guess I've been using these things just enough to keep everything just in okay condition, not overusing them, not letting them seize up, keeping the fluid moving and keeping the rubber supple, because everything was just fine, no problems at all. I am so happy. And do you know what? Because I didn't have to spend a penny on this thing beyond the actual test itself, I rewarded this car with a 4-wheel alignment. So I've been meaning to do this ever since I lowered it about 3 or 4 years ago, and it's always been running just a little bit squonky, but now it is sitting so perfectly and it is riding so well. It is the best this car has ever driven. I am really, really happy right now. So the Mini is sorted, that's as good as I was hoping it was going to be, and the Rover, the unloved, butt of every joke going, everyone makes fun of this, my £100 can't believe it's still working, hasn't it rusted away yet Rover, just aced its MOT, and I'm loving it. This is why this silly old, really not very expensive, but actually incredibly rare and really loads of fun to drive car is kind of sneaking in as my favourite of all of my cars, regardless of value. So yeah, I'm happy. 2 for 2. 2 cars, 2 MOTs, 1 week, 0 failures. Excellent. How good is that? Oh yeah, 0 is also now my bank balance. Well, that was a kind of predictable outcome really, wasn't it? The underdog always wins. The old Rover, which no one loves, everyone makes a joke out of, is actually kind of my most reliable car. Let's face it, it never goes wrong. The only problem I've got now is the original 1993 number plate cracked on the way home. So I'm finally going to have to relent and buy a new one. The Mini continues to cost money. It's running perfectly, of course, but it still needs its gutter channels, it still needs an original radio putting in it, and it still needs a silver tread plate. But that aside, at least it works. Oh well, another year's motoring for both of these cars now. Thanks for watching, please hit like and subscribe, and let's try not to break anything next time.